Well, howdy there, y'all. Yamahsaki here. Welcome back to the channel. And today, we're going to be looking at a motorcycle. So stay tuned. So this motorcycle that we're going to look at today, I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite motorcycles that I've ever owned. I've had it for a few years. I actually got it, I'd say 2015, 2016. And me and my dad got it running. And actually belonged to my dad's uncle, who has a ranch. And he used it for irrigation. And it's a really, really clean motorcycle. And like I said, guys, it's one of my favorites. So without further ado, let's get to looking at this old machine. So this right here is a 1974 Kawasaki F7 175 two-stroke Enduro motorcycle. And she runs really smoothly. Like I said, one of my favorite motorcycles. We've done some work to it over the years. Gave it a new paint job on the fenders and the gas tank and put some new decals on it. I think it's got a fairly new inner tube in one of these tires. Original tires. They're really weather checked and everything, but they work. Someday I'm going to have to get new ones. It's got a new carburetor. Well, not a new carburetor. It's actually got a different carburetor from a different Kawasaki F7 175. I shined up all the chrome. When I first got it, I just used some chrome polish. It's got different forks. We actually bought the forks off of eBay because the ones that were on it were completely frozen solid. They wouldn't compress or anything. It's got really low miles on it, 6,200. None of the blinkers work. Actually took the one that was back here off because it was missing the other one. It's got a nice luggage rack. I really like that. Doesn't have the original seat cover. Just has this synthetic looking leather kind of material on it. The brake light does work. And the headlight does work. The key slot actually has, you turn it once for start and then you turn it again for auxiliary. And this thing does not require a battery. There is no battery in here, which is nice. It's got a magneto. The brake light works in the reverse way you would think. It's on when the auxiliary key position is on. When I press the brake light goes off, so I think those wires are twisted. I have painted the skid plate a couple years ago. It's a 5-speed manual transmission. It's a two-stroke. It's actually, it utilizes a rotary valve, and basically it's a big giant disc in the engine that's got a little slot, and that's how the fuel gets to the engine. And you actually don't pre-mix any two-stroke fuel in here. What you do is you put regular gas in this tank and it flows down into the carburetor, but then it has this tank right here which is for the two-stroke oil, and it flows down into here, and right here there's an oil injector, and that oil injector mixes the fuel and the oil, and then it goes into the carb, and that's how that whole system works. So it's actually pretty nice. I've added a mirror to it since. It didn't come with any mirrors. Got a little custom, can't remember if this is cow leather or what kind of leather it is, but it's actual genuine leather. And I just cut some out and put it on this handlebar pad just to give it some character. I actually did ride it the other day. If you guys don't know, from some of my very first videos that I've put on this channel so far. I was actually living in an apartment in Wyoming, and since then, over the weekend, me and my dad actually pulled the trailer down there and brought every single thing that was at that apartment back home, and this was one of them. So this was the bike that I rode up in Wyoming. And I'm actually going to go ahead and start this up for you guys here in a minute. But this bike, I wanted to review it first on Yamahsaki RC, because the Yamahsaki show, when I shut it down, I actually had this bike. I actually did a video on this bike, and when I shut the Yamahsaki show down, it was the oldest and most popular video on the Yamahsaki show at the time. And it's just a really special bike to me, because it just runs so well, and it's part of my family history, because it was on our family ranch, and it's just in such nice shape for its age. Like I said, it's a 1974. I'll actually go ahead and put the key in. I'm actually going to get the tripod out so I can start it up without haggling with the camera. Get this in there. Come on. There we go. We turn it just like that, and that's on for starting, and then that's auxiliary for your lights and everything. Here's the controls on the handlebars. Got your high-low, turn signals, which they don't work. Your choke, I actually like this choke. You don't actually have to reach down on the engine to get the choke. It does have a horn, but the horn doesn't work. I don't even think it's connected. Yeah, nope, it's not connected. You can see that connector right there. Actually zoom in on it. There would be a connector that goes right there. Actually, I'll turn the bike this way so you guys can, actually I'll turn it this way so you guys can get a better look at some of the information on it. Ah, dang it. Made in Japan. I know it's got the, yeah, right there. Right there it's got the date of manufacture right there. 74. I don't know where the other reflector is. I know my dad says we have it somewhere, but it doesn't have the reflector on the left side. Really clean gas tank. Barely any corrosion or anything in there. I don't know if you guys can see that well in there, but yep, it's got a steering lock right here, which is real nice. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the tripod and start this old girl up for you guys, so stay tuned. Well, there you have it, guys. She's a beautiful running motorcycle. I'm probably never going to sell this one. It's just been too good to me over the years. Plus, it started it all on the Yamahsaki show. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more content. Yamahsaki out. See y'all later.